Well, hello to everybody on the internet, and very welcome to the Things I Do in EVE Online series, guys. And this is going to end up being part 2. Technically, I'm starting my series a bit backwards. I will start with my alt character instead of my main. But here we are, guys, and there is a daily starter gifts campaign for new accounts, which lasts for 15 days, and I have claimed some of the items, as you can see, and I'm lucky again today. I have the same two daily goals as yesterday, and I'm going to claim my reward here, which is a destroyer class ship, and the event is also still running, the Capsuleer Day 22, the Nexus Reckoning, and I'm gonna claim those rewards too. I will pass both to my technically main character, if you will, or the character that is I'm going to train first, and let's hope into that character and just open the destroyer so we can see it. Well, I'm so sorry, guys. My daughter lost her favorite plush toy, if you will, or Snuggly, or whatever it's called, Milky. So I had to kind of help and find him because he was missing, and there was tears and crying and all of that good stuff. If you ask me, you know, it's a fun part of the day when she's going to bed. So yeah, guys, I kinda claim that and I give it to my technically main character. I mean, it's not my main character. It is, a character that I'm training first in this scenario, or on this account, and I'm getting a Cormorant, man. There we go. And I was hoping maybe I will get a Corax, but no luck. I can simulate the ship real quick, or I should have pressed info on it. It would have been better. Show info. There we go. So as you can see, this ship is having bonuses. This ship is this destroyer having bonuses with small hybrid turrets, tracking speed, and 10% bonus to small hybrid turrets optimal range, and a roll bonus, 50% bonus to small hybrid turret optimal range again. So it's gonna give a 100% optimal range bonus on the hybrid turrets. And I think I did touch up in my introduction, you know, video on the first part where I was talking about the importance of origin. And you can see I have 1,100,000 points already on her. 1 million I claimed, and the rest of it I earned or I got as reward from the campaigns that I'm kinda clicking or collecting every day, if you will. So yep, now if I go to gunnery, regardless of the fact that I am going to end up flying some ships with lasers, I'm still training all the support skills, and there is not a lot of support skills, you know, as you can see. Controlled burst, motion prediction, rapid firing, sharpshooter, surgical strike, and trajectory analysis, and the gunnery skill itself, you know. So all the weapons apart from the missiles will kind of end up being in there, and then you can have the small hybrid turret and small hybrid turret specialization as well for them. Have prerequest. Will it show up? Not yet, because the small hybrid turret is at level 1. If I drop it in my queue here, for example, up to level 3, and we have medium hybrid turret opening up at that point, and if I go 4 and 5, it will give me the specialization as well. There we go. Small railgun specialization is showing up there as well, and small blaster specialization. So the blaster will be kind of the short range weapon in this case, and and the railgun will be the long range weapon for the ship. But I'm going to remove these guys because I don't really need them at the moment. The problem that I'm having, and I don't want to train them at this moment, is because they are you can use all of these guys with it. Now if I go on one of them, for example the Gatling rail, and they will have charges to use with, and if I press the info on the charge, I can go to attributes, and as you can see I'm doing only thermal and kinetic damage. So I will perform a bit worse against the Blood Raiders or the Sansha, which I will kind of face in Amarr. So with that out of the way, I have to go and log into my alt, technically, in this case scenario, if you will. For the lack of better terms, guys, I'm not really sure which character I'm going to end up playing the most. But again, the corporal there, I'm hoping to train some gunnery skills and then switch to missiles and how do you call it, and shields, so I can fly the Korax. And I plan to do some T0 Abyss with her. Now I started this the last time, and we have done this as well, so I can complete this mission. No, I have to go into the field as well. Fair enough, I have miner 1 and I can equip it or not. I think I have the civilian miner, but the miner 1 will kind of mine a bit better. The yield will be better compared to the civilian miner, and we can drop this in too as well and compare them. So this is 7 meter cubic, per 10 seconds, and this is 46 per 60 seconds. So 7 by 6 will be 42. So not far off, if you ask me. Right? So there we go, but this is still better, technically. Now I'm going to pop this in as well. And I made a mistake, and let's correct my mistake. I dropped in skill points in line drone operations. But in order to fly 2 drones or control 2 drones, I need to drop in points into drones. So I have to apply some skill points here. So I need another 1165 skill points. And again, it's very important in the early stages of the game, especially with your alts, not to rush and kind of just assign all of your skill points, because you're gonna end up waiting until tomorrow or a few days later to kind of grab a few extra skill points. And did I accept the mission? Yes, I did. And as you can see now, it's not showing up here on my overview, so I can come here and I can start tracking it, and it will kind of let me do that. I will equip my core scanner probes again, because I have it today same as yesterday. I have to scan 5 signatures and mine 2000 units of ore. I might actually complete this by doing this mission alone, if you will. So the first day you might end up kind of completing this in one go with this mission as well, if you're lucky and you have the mission too. So now I have to approach this, because my miner is probably not gonna, yeah, it's 10 kilometers, and I can technically orbit this at 1000 meters, and I can pop my probes, and as soon as I'm in reach I will start mining, and then I will start scanning. I can open my cargo. I think I left my, how do you call it, my cargo is empty. The Veldspar that I mined the last time is in the station. So there we go. That's done. I can open my solar system up, and Aura is kind of helping with this. And I can scan first time around the sun, because the probes are technically aligned right on top of it. Now, I didn't point out that when you're aligning your probes, you want to align at the center of the signal, if you will, or wherever the signal is. And if you're aligning on a planet, around the planet too. So I kind of probably got 2 or 3 or 5 of them. I'm not really sure, but let's check. You know, this thing will tell me. Oh, there we go. It's an unclaimed reward, but from this. Sorry, that is from the scanning because I keep filling this one up. So that's okay, I suppose. But I want to go to the opportunities tab and see what I did today. So 4 out of 5 in one go. And now I have one that is 93%. So I can align from one view, double click and align from the other side. And that is kind of putting it in center of the signal. Lower my probe to 2 astronomical units, I suppose. I'm not really sure. And give it another scan. Oh no, this 8 probes, sorry. I got confused. So yeah, 2 astronomical units and it will find it. So this is the easiest way to go about that challenge, in my opinion. Fair enough, I mean, you can do it with outside of this system, you know, but it will take longer because even if you go into your agency and go exploration and cosmic signature, that's what you will be looking for. As you can see, Arbas here will have only 3. Bahrom up will have only 1. And then Baboom will have only 1. So you might kind of have to go through multiple systems and keep scanning, and those some of those signals might be even, you might not even be able to scan them to 100% with the skills that you have today. There is a big probability that you wouldn't as well, some of them, not all of them. So I still feel that this is a good way to kind of leave your out for a few days or even a few weeks, if you will. But it's up to you to decide what you want to do, you know. I think this is literally 2 minutes work. It's not really 2 minutes, it's a bit more. But again, and that's for 1,000. But once we get the venture, now he will offer us a venture in the next mission, I think. And I will try and speed that one up so we don't have to stare at this and complete the quest that way. And you can definitely equip your venture, you know, properly, so you can scan and mine in the same time. Again, it's not a problem at all, you know what I mean? Like it's very convenient. It's all about the convenience, guys. So yep, that's the name of the game, I would say, if you want to do it every day. If it's a chore, you will prefer not to do it and you will be skipping it. But if it's convenient and it takes a few clicks and a minute or two, sure, why not, you know. Now we have to acquire these goods, 100 tritanium, sorry, and we have to use the reprocessing plant for that, so we can kind of maybe reprocess this and see if it's gonna work out. And it is, so no bother. I could have only reprocessed a bit of it, but I don't mind anyway. Now we can keep asking for missions and he will ask us to kind of keep doing some stuff, and fair enough, let's grab that. If I use the blueprint, you will realize that I will need around 4 minutes to produce this and 64 tritanium. And if I'm not mistaken, he's only asking for 1, and this is a 1 copy run. Yeah, by the looks of it. And we can click produce and it can produce. You can technically just board you can board the sorry. And I'm kinda end up naming all of my ships the same way for now, but I might change that. Oh, he didn't change it? Sorry. Oh, I press later. Sorry, guys. By default. So now we can strip this magnet because I'm not gonna go out and, let's say, just scan for sites by any means. And I can open my venture and I will show you a fit here that I would oh no, this is a Corax that I typed in. There we go, venture, and I will go with this. Now I will use this opportunity to kind of show you how to fit your ship, but instead of this, because it's in a simulation, I can go to hardware and use core scanner probe. Core probe launcher 1, and I can drop that in, and it's telling me that I am missing skills for the mining laser upgrade. Now the base, this venture is very nice, and it's an overkill probably for the purposes of what we are going to do with it, but again, it's a great way to go about it. So I'm gonna try and equip what I have here. I have one miner, or I will try to remember. I have the core probe launcher and the scanner probes, but if you want to kind of keep it for later, you know, you can also add up the probes. And how much is going to add up? 8. And a nice tip is to kind of add up another 8 for yourself if you're scanning all the time, you know, so he can kind of recharge, or sorry, put as soon as you launch one set of probes, he will reload another set, but you don't need it in the venture. Now also we want some hobgoblins, if you ask me. We're gonna stay in the hardware, and we're gonna go type hob, and they're going to pop out. So we need 2 of them. As you can see, there is only 10 meter cubic. So sorry, he have the original venture has mining drones, but you cannot have them on an alpha account. You know, you cannot train for mining drones as far as I'm aware. Now I can save this for myself at the moment, and I can type in daily super, daily SP for daily skill points, miner scanner, and there we go, guys. I can save this, and then maybe I can send that fit as a mail, or you can also export it by copying it to clipboard, and you can pass it straight into your other character with the import from clipboard. And that's how you can kind of do that between your alts when they're not sharing a same corporation, for example. They might be account bound, I don't know. My other characters are in the same corporation, so you know, I really don't know if it's possible. But I'm gonna see what I need to buy here and where I can buy it. For example, I can go on the market and I can look for, I need the rigs. I know that I need the rigs, and easier way should have been to keep the fitting window open and the simulation. Oh, come on. And this is an empty venture, so yeah, fair enough. We can drop that in, we can drop that in, we can drop those guys there as well. We have only one meganewton civilian afterburner, which is not going to be a big deal. But again, this should be enough here in 0.09, and the two hobgoblins will protect you. But let's go to simulation and see in who's and fits. What did we do? There we go, there is ours. And I know that I need these guys, and I want to see the market details, and there is some in the station. Lucky me. I don't know. So let's see if we can actually buy everything in the station. Buy all. If I go buy all, as you can see, we only have a core probe launcher, and we don't have the thermal shield rig and scope survey scanner. They're missing, so it doesn't really matter, and most of them are probably 50-60% up, 200% up, and it's not worth it. So our best option is to kind of hop to Amarr and pay a bit less for the whole nonsense. I mean, we're not gonna save a ton of money, but still, I'm gonna set the destination to Amarr. Amarr is technically the trading hub for Amarr, you know, surprise, surprise. And I'll see you on the other side, guys. Well, with the power of editing, guys, I landed in Amarr, in Emperor Family Academy. Amarr 8, if you will, you know, for a better description. But anyway, if you have used the fitting window and check the market for the rigs, for example, and set this as a destination, you're gonna get the docking station button as soon as you kinda enter the Amarr, system, and you can dock to the right station, so you don't have to kinda keep opening your market window and keep checking. So yep, we have everything in here. We can use the buy all function again, which is quite handy. As you can see, some of the things are maybe a bit cheaper than over there. Some are a bit more expensive maybe, but it doesn't really matter at this point, We're gonna spend almost 200,000 ISK less than in Dipari, if I'm not mistaken, and we have all the items, but now there is items that we don't need as well. We don't have a mining laser upgrade, so we're gonna buy that. What else we don't need it? Oh, the core probe launcher we don't need, and we don't need the core scanner probes as well. So we're gonna drop all of those, and we are down to 294 ISK, which is quite nice, 1/5 of the price, if you will. Probably, or 1/6, depends on whatever was the final price. I didn't took a notice, but it was above $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. But it was including the venture probably, and the core probe launcher and the probes. Now you can maybe buy a few extra hobgoblins and put them into your inventory if you want at this point. But I will not, I'm fine with this at this stage, and I'm just gonna buy all. And I'm upgrading the mining lasers, to the EP.2 Gaussian scoped mining laser. They have a bit longer range. They mine from 16 kilometers compared to this guy's mining at, the miner one mining at, how do you call it? At 10 kilometers. So yeah, that's a big difference, Now we can fit this onto the current ship by right clicking on the fit that we saved and fit to active ship. A pop-up will ask you for the rigs, and don't worry, yes, you can fit them even if you don't have the skill, but we don't want to buy those, so we're not gonna do that because we have them. He just couldn't find them because they were already in the scanner probe, technically, or in the ship. He couldn't find them here. I'm gonna drop in my mining laser here as well, the miner one, in my cargo bay of the venture, so I don't leave it in Amarr. There is no point of making a mess. And I can now go and check this skill and where I can buy it. Do I have it in the party? I don't know, probably not, but I have them in Sarum Prime, as you can see. Now at this point I'm gonna, oh no, I have it in the party as well, so it's no big deal. I can buy it in the party, or I can buy it in Sarum Prime, which is one jump from here. But at this stage, guys, I want to point out something else, because there will be in the daily challenges, a daily challenge will pop up, wrong button. Will pop up that will ask you to manufacture an item, and for that purposes I will buy 2 BPOs, and I want to buy rockets, and I want to buy, let's say, the Inferno rocket blueprint, because I am planning to fly with missiles. I'm going to buy rockets and missiles, that's my idea. So required materials, as you can see, we need titanium and pyrite, which is available in Hi-sec, and you can only mine Scordite, and you can get both of those, it's no bother. And in my case, this is my most affordable option, if you will, to produce an item that I can use down the road. So I just don't produce something that I don't need. If you use any other charges, you can kind of check through the blueprints and see what is kind of very affordable or the most affordable item, so you can keep clicking that and you don't have to worry about it. So I think I have it here in Amarr in expert distribution retail center. But the other one is the Scorch light missile blueprint as well, which will be, it's available in the party as well, which is quite nice. But again, now if you want to find out if an NPC is selling the blueprint or a person, you can check the expiration date here. The players can only put market orders that are lasting 90 days. They cannot put any longer, so the 364 days is an NPC. You can also sort it by jumps, and as you can see, we have it here in the station, but it's 10 times more expensive. And you can say that is a pilot. So I'm going to buy it there in Sarum Prime, one jump from here. I can buy it in Chavan as well. Chavan? Maybe, but I know that I have the other stuff that I need. Like this thing, the mining upgrades, view market details, and I'm gonna buy that there as well. And they're going to start popping up in my inventory and my assets window, and I need the rocket. I need the Inferno rocket blueprint, and I have it here. Do I have it in? I think I had it in Sarum Prime as well. Not really, I don't have it in Sarum Prime. So I have to buy it somewhere else. Interesting. So I better buy it here in Amarr, because I don't have it in the party. Yes, it's not available in the party either. I can buy it somewhere else too, but I'll buy it here. Now I'll undock and see if some of my items are, sorry, one of my modules is not online because I don't have the skill. Now again, this is an overkill. You can get away with far less, guys, but you know, when it comes to the fit itself, but the mining upgrade is nice as well to have, and you can kind of benefit from it greatly. It's gonna cut your time maybe in, not in half, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. We're gonna see once we have it. Now I'm going to bring this up, and as you can see, this kinda, it's on 5 minutes regular interval, so you might click and it might be 10 seconds later and you might see all of the items that you have bought. So I'm gonna dock here first and then jump in Sarum Prime, and I'll meet you there, guys. With the power of editing, guys, we reached Sarum Prime in no time, in a blink of an eye, if you will, and I pick up all of my blueprints, and I'm taking a step further, guys. And again, I'm doing this only because I want to fly the Korax. Now I will touch very briefly on it. I don't want to confuse you, too much. No offense, sorry. And if I type here Korax, if I type Korax here in the window, oh, I don't have the fit, sorry. But anyway, this will show me what I want to show you guys. It's no bother. As you can see, I want to fly this Korax with my other character to do some T0 Abyss sites with it. And as you can see, the Korax has bonus to kinetic light missiles and rocket damage and per level, and 10 to bonus to light missile and rocket explosion velocity, and 50% bonus to light missile and rocket's maximum velocity, which means that the ships are going to fly longer. You will be able to hit targets from further away, because again, this max velocity is dictating how far your ship is going, your rocket is going to fly with the fuel that the rocket has. Now in order to produce this, I need 3 types of minerals compared to the rocket. As you can see, I need 2 extra Mexalons, and you can mine Pyroxeres in Hi-sec, and you will get all 3 of them from the same rock. If I'm not mistaken, no, I might be lying to you guys. Give me a second. We're gonna talk about the rocks in the next part, but yeah, Pyroxeres will have it, and the Pyroxeres will not have Veldspar. So you're gonna have to mine Skurdit and then Pyroxeres as well. You're gonna have to alter so you can have all of the minerals that you need And Velspar as well if you want. It's no bother, you can make your own decisions how you want to go about it. But in order to make this a bit more affordable, I can press right click on the Scorch Light Missile. I can show the info again and I can go on the missile itself. As you can see, I'm doing kinetic damage, so structure kinetic damage resistance 20%. I don't know what that means, but probably interesting. I never looked at it. I have to check what that means. But anyway, it's doing kinetic damage, so our Kurax will... these rockets will benefit from the bonuses on the Kurax. You can shoot whatever rocket or missile you want with those launchers, and there is occasions where shooting the other type of missiles. There will be 4 types in total, or for one damage type per missile, if you will. So the Inferno will do thermal damage, then you have Mjolnir for the EM, and you have Nova for the explosive damage as well. So you have very focused damage selection, so you can always shoot the targets with the best damage type possible when you're flying missiles. Well, with the other guys, you know, the turrets, you usually have 2 types of damage, and one is subpar, one is spot on, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you are still doing the right damage types even with the turrets, but it's not a single type of damage. It's 2. But again, let's make this a bit more affordable, because today I don't really have anything to manufacture, and I don't have even the minerals to manufacture it. So I want to do some material efficiency research so I can make it more affordable. So how do you go and do that? You can press on facilities and you can see you have one in Sarum Prime. It's Ritaru, I think it's pronounced, the engineering complex, and it's a player-owned station, you know. And technically it's not really a station, I forgot the name again. I checked it the other day. I don't deal with them every day, so I kind of forgot about it at this point. Sorry about that. So it's in structure citadels. There we go. So yep, in this window you will only see 2 different types: engineering complex and maybe refinery. Yes, the refineries are here as well. But I will go to Ashab, in all honesty, because it's only 2 jumps away from the party. Technically it's halfway there, and this will still asking me about the mining upgrades, and I can fix it by injecting the skill, going to my skill window, and now you can go to resource processing and you can just apply skill points to it, you know, and that will fix it. Now you need to go to your fitting window and put it online, otherwise it's gonna keep popping on. Now I can check in the fitting window what is my yield. As you can see, I'm up to 127 meter cubic, you know, per 60 seconds or a minute. So I think this will be enough to kind of finish the daily goal when mining Velspar. And we can check now when we go back and mine. But I'm gonna jump to Ashab, which is 2 jumps away, and I'll meet you there, guys, so we can let this blueprint researching. And guys, we reached Ashab. I need to drop this into the item hangar in order to put it to research, or to research it, if you will. Sorry about my choice of words. And I want to kind of max out the ME, or the material efficiency research, at this point, and I will just go to 10 here, and it's gonna take 2 days and 8 hours 53 minutes 20 seconds. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, with my skills and what I have available as skills in research as alpha account, that's about it. I cannot improve this much anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I have the rockets blueprint, so if anything pops up, you know, on the daily goals about how do you say it, manufacturing, I can definitely use that blueprint as it is. I'm gonna lose some materials, but it's no problem. You know, you're gonna probably 1 minute or 2 minutes of mining will probably be enough for a few runs. Now you have to remember that your refining efficiency in Hi-sec is only at 50% without any investment in skills. So you might want to invest some skills into your reprocessing, so you can kind of get more out of your materials. Now again, you don't have to do this, but considering that you're gonna get 10,000 skill points a day after everything in a few clicks in some of the days, it's very worthwhile in my opinion. Again, if it's convenient, you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna press this button and I'm gonna leave my blueprint to research, and I'm gonna check it in roughly 3 days time, if you will. And I can go home now. I can open my window here and I can press and set Depari as a destination, and I'll meet you there. If you need to come back to Ashop, there is an industry button here, guys, through the Neocom, which is not out by default. As you can see, it's not there. You can come here to industry, and then right click and add a shortcut, and it's gonna stick here, so you can kind of drag it upwards a bit and sort out your Neocom so you can have it wherever you want it. And when you press your industry, you can check your jobs here. As you can see, this is ready and it's gonna be delivered, but we have to be in the same system to get it. So I'll meet you in Depari, guys. Well guys, I have reached Depari, and in order to finish my daily goal, I will just warp to an asteroid belt, and once I'm in the belt, you know, I can pick one of these asteroids that are flying around and approach it, which is 24 kilometers away. Now for next time, in order not to kind of travel from the warping point to the asteroids themselves, I can save this location. I can put never scored. It is fine enough for now. You're gonna know which one is it. You don't need to bookmark all of them, but you can as well if you want. And as you can see, there is a blue cargo container, and you can, when you see them blue, that means that the pilot who owns that have abandoned that container, and you can go and loot it, and he will not be able to shoot you down. Now if you see yellow containers, means that if you loot that, the pilot will have rights to shoot you down because you are a thief at that point. As you can see now, here we only have Velspar and Skurdit, and there is few different variation of the roids, or the asteroids if you will. And the condensed Velspar is 5%, gives 5% more ore than the Velspar, and the dense Velspar gives 10% more ore than the Velspar. We have only Skurdit here, which is the base value, and condensed Skurdit who is giving, let's say, 5% more than the Skurdit. So you might kind of prioritize by mining first the asteroids with the highest yield. You can also mine 2 different asteroids in the same time, because we have 2 mining lasers, or 1, depends on what you want. So if you want to kind of have more dense Velspar today, you can just mine the dense Velspar. You have 2 asteroids. Now you can use your scope, as you can see. If I close this down, you can use your scope survey scanner here, ML-3, and it will open that list again, and you can sort it however you want. I usually keep it by distance, and it's defaulting by distance as well. So I usually kind of tend to mine from the furthest one away to the closest one slowly, but I don't have a very big cargo hold on this ship. I'm predominantly mining in bigger ships than the Venture. But when it comes to your, how do you call it, alpha account, you know, I think this is it. You cannot make any more progress. And as you can see, the first tick yielded over 1,000 Velspar, if I'm not mistaken. I can let another one run, but yeah, dense Velspar 1.2k per miner, so technically you're gonna be accomplishing your daily goal in 1 tick, no bother. And we have 845 units of condensed Skurdit. Now the Velspar yield is the biggest because it is the less dense of the ores, or every ore after the Velspar you know, they get more denser, so your miner is scooping a bit less. That's how I understand it. Hopefully it's making sense what I'm trying to say. So yes, you get less units for the other ores. And again, right click on your ship and you can open your mining hold, and I usually combine them here. As you can see, we have 2 drones in the drone bay that we can launch out here, but there is nobody to kind of defend against. And we can maybe even, we have a prop, we can go and loot this just so I can show you. I don't know if there is anything inside it, but it looks like it's empty, and it says abandoned, unrestricted access, so nothing to worry about it. And again, we're gonna land now in the station and check how much ore we have here, how much minerals, and how many runs we can do for this roughly Inferno rocket blueprint. So now you have three technically daily goals that you can kind of complete in a few clicks, no bother, or a minute or two. By the time, and there you go, he's giving us Veldspar, so we'll scoop it. We have room, but not for the whole lot. We have to drop it in the mining hold rather than in the cargo hold. They are different, as you can see, so it's more than welcome. Why not? It's a nice gift. Somebody was mining and had too much and dropped it off. But that's about it, guys, for this video. Thank you for staying until the end. I'm gonna dock now. I'm gonna finish this mission, request the other one. Well, guys, I'm landing into the station, as you can see, and we can drop all of our ores in here. We can select them together by holding shift, or control as well will work. But if they are kinda in the same row, if you will, or they're a continuous selection, you know, you can use shift as well to select multiple things. And I would like to reprocess them. As you can see, I will have 902 pyrite out of that lot and 10,000 tritanium, so not bad. And if I come here and drop my blueprint and use it, I think I have a, if I'm not mistaken, I have a production facility in here. Yeah, and I can have one job, but it's running. I have to deliver the civilian thingy, so it can empty the slot, so I can run another one. And I would be able to train mass production for another 3 levels, and that will give me, I think it was one additional job. So I can have in total 4 jobs at the same time, 4 manufacturing jobs at the same time. So as you can see, I need 28 pyrites, and I had about 1,000, so 50 runs. So that's probably quite a few months, you know. You will not be getting manufacturing job every day, most likely, so it might last you 3 months, 4 months, I don't know. If you spend half an hour of mining and fill up that hole, you know, you're gonna have probably for a year worth. So it's up to you if you want to invest into it, but again, I would, because you're not gonna be doing anything with your alts anyway, so why not, you know. And there we go, he needs 7,000 tritanium. Let's finish that and we will kinda, well, no, but we have to show up in the field and kill the drone, guys. So yeah, thanks for staying until the end, guys. Now you have 3 daily goals that you can complete in a minute, pretty much, per alt. So why not? While your main character is training, these guys will just keep acquiring skill points. We are up to 16,000 now, and 400, you know, and it's gonna keep going. There is the reprocessing skill. You can buy the book and increase your yield if you want, and so on and so forth. But thanks for staying until the end of this video, and please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. So fly safe, guys. See you next time. We're gonna take this agent's missions all the way to mission 9.